Jumbo, and welcome to another episode of The Well of Inspiration. It is a Cradle of Life production. Wellington joins me, and today I'm very excited for today's subject. But let's begin by saying a very big hello to Wellington. Hi, Wellington. How are you?
Hey, Don. How are you doing, my friend? It is a pleasure to be back on the Cradle of Life yet again.
It is a pleasure to have you here. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. Very, very well.
Fantastic. Today's episode, I have to say to the viewers, is my favorite of all the Well of Inspiration episodes. I think this one I relate to the most, given that it's something that we've covered in the past when we used to do it on radio. So, Wellington, I'll just let you, dive straight into this one.
You know what? For today's episode, what I want us to think about is, this whole idea that sometimes we go through drought in our lives. We go through situations that are moments of barrenness, when nothing is working the way that we want it to work. We try this, we try that, but somehow the seeds we plant never seem to germinate. It is a season of drought in our lives. And as I was thinking about this topic, I came across a particular plant which has now become my favorite plant, my favorite flower of all time. It is a flower that is called the bougainvillea flower. Now, my friend, what's so special about the bougainvillea is that this plant survives where there is least amount of water. In fact, it is at its showiest when it is planted in a drought situation. You can plant it in a place where there is where there's salty water that is seeping through the sand, and this flower will still bloom and do very well. It is called the bougainvillea flower. And as I came across this concept and the bougainvillea flower, I say to myself, as human beings, while we go through the difficulties we go through, while the situations around us throw us around and we fail to navigate and struggle to navigate, we are called upon to work just like the bougainvillea flower. Whether it is family troubles, whether it is financial situations, whether it is relationship issues, whether people are letting you down in business, in your career, in your profession, whatever is going on in your life, you, my friend, can survive and do well despite the drought that is going on around you. That is why I think today we will give it a title and call it No Rain Flowers, because we as individuals, we've got the power to thrive just like the bougainvillea and become flowers that bloom without the nourishing of the rain. So today our topic is basically No Rain Flowers.
No rain flowers, absolutely fantastic. And I have a big smile on my face because I can very much relate to this. And this episode of The Well of Inspiration, I hope as you take a listen to what Wellington has to say on this episode, that you can take it in, try and implement the different things into your life and become that no rain flower. Wellington, let's dive into it.
You know what? We are all human beings. We get flat tires. A child goes wayward. The husband goes in a particular direction, or maybe the wife goes in a direction that is not nourishing for the relationship. When you think about it, these are all drought periods of barrenness in our lives that cause us to struggle. But I'm calling upon you today to thrive despite the drought. I'm going to repeat that. The call today is for you to thrive despite the drought. The call is for you to become a flower that blooms despite the lack of rain and the lack of nourishment. That's what I want us to talk about today. But thriving in the drought, how do we actually get around to doing this? The truth is that regardless of where you are planted, regardless of where you are placed in the world, regardless of the situation that you have faced, you have the potential. You've got the ability and the capability to become a no-rain flower and thrive through the difficult periods. But how do we do it? It comes back to how we think about the situation. The first thing that I suggest you consider is to understand that you need to realize where you are. You need to realize that you are in a drought situation, because that level of awareness of where you are is what will equip you to be able to harness the right tools to help you to work through the drought situation. Come to a place of awareness. Look at your situation closely. I recommend personally that if you've got a notebook or a diary, sit down with your book and write the situation as you are seeing it. Download what's in your mind, what you're feeling, what you are going through, and put it on a piece of paper and look at it and actually understand the situation you're facing. That way, you have a full realization of the fact that you are actually in a drought situation. And then once you've done that, the next thing to consider is to commit. Make a commitment, a mental commitment, a personal commitment to work through the drought situation. Because remember, for you to walk through this situation, it's going to take you to put in some work. It's going to take you to make some adjustments. It's going to take you to reach out to other people to help you to navigate through the drought situation. But you can only do this when you have made the commitment, when you've given yourself the conviction in your heart that you have the power and the capability to work through the drought situation. So this is where we should start. Awareness. Be aware of where you are, and then make a commitment to navigate through the drought situation.
Wellington, I do like the way, you've put the question how, and then you go on to say, understand that you need to realize where you are. You need to understand where you are, that position you're in. And then you go on to talk about, committing to press through it. What else do we have, Wellington?
You know what? Even though we are going through a difficult situation, even though you may be in a drought season in your life where things are not coming together the way that you want together, one of the tools that I've realized in my life that is very helpful despite what is going on around you is to always remember to be grateful. Whatever the situation may be, allow yourself to feel gratitude for whatever is going right in your life, for the good and for the bad. Because the good times come to teach us and to take us to the next level, while the bad times come to also enhance our understanding and allow us to dig deeper into ourselves and understand what the actual power that we have to navigate through difficult times. In fact, we stretch our minds even more when we go through adversity. So when you go through an adversity, a period of adversity, a period of barrenness, a period of drought, be grateful for that. Take it as an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to grow, and an opportunity to harness certain powers and faculties within you that do not otherwise get used because you're in a comfortable situation. So that moment of discomfort, that moment where you look around you and things are not working well, is actually an opportunity. That is why I'm calling upon us to be grateful despite whatever is going on in our lives. That can be an ingredient towards helping us to thrive through the difficulties and become the no-rain flowers that I advocated for in the beginning.
Fantastic. This is what it's all about this day on the Well of Inspiration right here. We'll be back. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back to the Well of Inspiration. Today it's all about the bougainvillea. And Wellington has actually dubbed this episode the No Rain Flower. Now he says we all go through difficulties. We all go through seasons of drought. And the thing is to learn how to navigate. The thing is to learn how to go through it. And, just take the gratitude with you. He says the call is to identify moments of gratitude. Now he's gone and put forward how. If you're wondering how you can do this, the first thing he says is to understand you need to realize realize where you are. You need to be in that moment, realize where you are, what you're going through, put it down, write it down and put it there in front of you so you can actually identify the different things or the difficulties that you're going through. It could have been a job, it could be relationships, it could be friends, all the different things you're going through. Put it down. He goes on to say, committing to press through. You need to commit to press through it, go through it. And he added on and said, the tool that we really need to use is to remember to be grateful. Whatever our situations, whether it's a difficult time, it's actually pulling out the little things that can make you grateful and help you carry through. Because he says sometimes the process of going through the drought is actually a period for you to take opportunities, different opportunities. It can be an opportunity for you to develop in different ways and to enhance yourself as well. Wellington, back to you.
Thank you so much, Don. And you've summarized it very, very well. And what I just want to add to this is, whatever we're dealing with, whatever challenges come our way, when the water is salty and we need something to drink, when there's a drought season and we are planting our seeds in the ground, when the families are not treating us the way we want to be treated, when our relationships are not working so well, or businesses are not working the way we expect them to, we have the power. The power still remains with us to navigate successfully through these difficult periods. Now, one thing to try and help us that I think we should also take in as a tool to navigate through these difficult periods is the ability to clarify and prioritize our lives. We need to harness the power to clarify things and to prioritize our lives so that we know who we are. Because without the clarity of who you are not able to know the power that comes with you, the power that sits within you to do that which works in favor for you. You see, from time to time, we might struggle. From time to time, we might try to apply solutions to situations, but the solutions don't seem to work. Sometimes it's because we have not really understood who we are and what solutions work for us. So we've got to be able to clarify who we are, clarify where we are, and then prioritize our lives enough to know what to focus on and at what time to focus on it. What this process will do is it might slow you down because you need to take the time to sit back and look for that clarity. You might want to take some time to sit back and really identify the priorities. But when you do this, you are now on a springboard that will set you up to really jump and escalate your progress from this moment of despair. That's why I believe that every setback in our lives is actually a setup for us to come back even stronger and even wiser. Okay, this is what we can do as we work on ourselves to become the no-rain flowers that we really are.
And I think, Wellington, I love the way you put it when you talk about, take that time, take the time. You need to have the clarification and to be able to prioritize. And I think this is something that, like we're always saying, in this day and age where technology and everything is, going all around us, we are focusing on so many different things. You need that time for yourself. Take that time to clarify and to prioritize things for you so that you can actually see how to navigate and have that power, because we all have the power within us to be able to navigate the right way that we need to do and to be able to put things into perspectives for ourselves. Because like you say, Wellington, we all go through that period of drought. I have been there. I know you have been there. Our viewers watching today, I'm sure you have been there in some form or another, but it's all about becoming that no rain flower. Wellington, before we wrap up today, any final words for our viewers?
You know what, as before we wind up today, let me just say, you know what, my friends, times do get rough. And because we are children of Africa, we identify so much with a lot of difficult times that many of us have had to go through. Times do get rough, things get difficult, circumstances do work against us. But my friends, I want you to take a lesson from today's episode and simply understand that you carry the power. Despite whatever is going on in your life, you still have the power to transform the situation positively in your favor by understanding that just like the no-rain flower, just like the bougainvillea, you can rise up. and face the circumstances and use the circumstances to thrive in whatever situation you are in. No money, you can thrive. Relationships not working, you can still thrive. Business is not working, you can thrive. You lose your job, you can thrive. You go through a divorce, you experience death in the family, you can still thrive. I know many people who have failed in school. My friends, let me remind you, you can still thrive. The world might look like everything is over for you now. Let me remind you, you can still thrive. You, my friend, are a no-rain flower, and just like the bougainvillea, you can make it through the difficult situations.
Wellington, this message today is so powerful. I love the way you've summed it up at the end there, where you can thrive. Whatever your history, whatever your background, wherever you're from, whatever you've been through, whatever you're going through, you can thrive. And if you do want to, ask us any questions on today's episode, please feel free to place your comments below and we will get back to you. Don't forget to share this message. There's so many of us who need this motivation, who need this message today. So please don't forget to share this with whoever you feel is in that position that needs to know that they can become a no-rain flower. Don't forget to visit www.wellofinspiration.com and find out more about the Well of Inspiration, as well as www.thecradleoflife.co. Wellington, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on board with me today, and I'm wishing you all the best for the coming week as well.
Thank you so much, Don. You have a great week ahead, and don't forget to be a no-rain flower wherever you are, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think this process that we're going through right now, the fact that we have this visual that is going out there is proof enough that we are no rain flowers. We both know where we've come from. And I think, the journey has been one crazy journey, but no rain flowers. Remember to be that.
Absolutely.
Asante sana, Wellington.
Thank you so much, my friend. Have a great week.
Absolutely. Thank you, and same to you.